That's good. We are on live right now. It will just take few seconds for the audiences to start joining with us. So we are just holding couple of seconds anyway. So anyway, just let me know by this time how is weather in Finland right now.
Mhm. Well, we have the winter weather. It was our Independence Day yesterday, and today it has
Yes,
been
I know that.
snowing a lot. So lots of snow, white snow in the ground, and the trees are full of snow. So that's why
Uh,
we have this internet problems today.
okay, I understand. But I like it like when it is snowing. If you have it is white
Mm,
rather than darker actually.
Well, it looks
Because
nice.
other than that, yeah,
Mm,
exactly. Other than
mm,
it's dark. In winter
yes.
season is dark. I
Mm,
live in Sweden and it is same here actually. Like, but I mean, when
mm,
it is snowing, it's like a more
mm.
white,
Yes,
more
yes.
lightning
It's
and
more
so on.
light. Yes. At least 3 o'clock is still light, and 4, 5 o'clock is still light because of the
Exactly,
snow. Mm.
exactly. So just a second. Just what I'm doing. All right. So we can see that few of the audiences has started joining us already. So, hi, good afternoon and good evening to everyone, whoever you are watching the session from different countries. Actually, today we'll talk about study in Finland, and of course, mostly about study in Metropolia University. And we do have two special guests with us. One is Aya, and another one is Eva-Maria. I will kindly ask you to introduce yourself, please. Aya.
Yes, thank you, Avijit. So, hello everybody. So, my name is Aija Ahokas. You can call me Aija. I'm manager of education export here at Metropolia and responsible for the student recruitment. And we are working with Mr. Avijit Kuri with the student recruitment study in Finland, targeting to study in Finland. So, Eva Maria, please, the floor is yours.
Yes, hello everybody, and welcome to hear more about Metropolia University of Applied Sciences. And I reckon you can see my screen with the starting slide, right?
Yes. Now,
Okay, good, good.
yes, now.
Okay. So a few things first about about Finland. So things you might have heard from Finland is that we are rated one of the happiest countries in the world, and you can see here a map on the left-hand side of the of the Finnish country. So we are located in the very northern parts of Europe, part of the Nordic countries with Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. And our University of Applied Sciences, so Metropolia, is located here in Helsinki region with our 4 campuses in the very southern parts of Finland. So Finland is a relatively big country in terms of lands, as you can see. In population, we are 5.5 million inhabitants here, so quite a small number of inhabitants if you compare to the spacious land that we have. And of course, the spacious land means here in the capital region of Helsinki as well, where Metropolia is located, that our living surroundings are quite spacious in the city area, and we have lots of nature and forest to enjoy during your downtime. A few things you might have heard of Finland: Lapland up in the north, reindeers, land of thousand lakes, northern lights. Those are some of the things that you might experience here in Finland should you choose Finland and Metropolia as your next study destination. And a few key figures about Finland and where our country is world known of. So for many years in a row, Finland has been ranked internationally in top positions in safety, happiness, gender equality, and innovation. And the Finnish education system is world known of its quality teaching, and our education system has gained international recognition with top placement, for instance, in PISA survey. And because of this, we also have one of the best universities in the world. One of the top reasons why should you choose to study in Finland and Helsinki and in our University of Applied Sciences Metropolia. Of course, we are located here in the capital region of Helsinki. So that, of course, means that you have great opportunities to work beside your studies and also after your graduation. And here in Helsinki region, there are excellent career prospects and employment rate and work opportunities during your studies and after your studies. And as a city, Helsinki is the most international and booming city, and it offers a lot of variety of recreational activity. And Helsinki area is the main employment area in Finland with excellent employment rate, as mentioned. And of course, the salaries are the highest here in the capital region compared to other cities and areas in Finland. And our alumni of Metropolia, they work in big companies such as Kone, Nokia, Neste, and so on. And about Metropolia, so we are the largest and you could say most beautiful university of applied sciences in Finland. So for many years in a row, we have been the most popular university of applied science in Finland in terms of the applicants. And we have Finland's most extensive degree program offering in English and in Finnish in main 4 fields of education. So those are business, culture, technology, and healthcare and social services. We have 4 very safe and modern campuses with modern learning environments, also a very good connection with public transportation between our 4 main campuses, the capital city of Helsinki, and for instance, also the airport. And we will show you the campuses in later slides in more detail. Also, we have a scholarship system, and the scholarship system supports those who are motivated in learning Finnish language, and we will also present the scholarship system later on. And as if you would summarize studying in Metropolia, so we have a strong industry collaboration and top-notch R&D projects. So that is something that we are known of. So we are very closely connected and linked to working life here in Metropolia. And we are a publicly funded limited company. This means that our financial foundation
Eva-Maria,
Yes?
we cannot see your presentation. Just to
Not
tell you.
anymore?
No.
Okay, let's
Can
me
you?
share
Yeah,
then.
please.
When did it stop?
Just now.
Just a sec. Can you see now? Hello?
Yes, now we can see it again. Yes.
Again? Okay, good. So yes, so we are publicly funded, means that we have a very solid financial base. Our budget 2021 was almost 120 million euros. And as mentioned, 4 fields of education here in Metropolia: business, culture, healthcare, and social services technology. And we are owned by 5 capital region municipalities, and you can see the owner ratio here in the below map. So we are the largest university of applied sciences in Finland. We have over 17,000 students here in Metropolia in 4 main fields. And you can see the student distinction between these main 4 fields in the chart on the left-hand side. Over the span of our existence, we have approximately 60,000 alumni. And from an international perspective, we have 1,500 international degree program students from over 100 nationalities. And we have 8 bachelor's degree programs and 14 master's degree programs taught in English, and Aija will present them to you later on. And here you can see our campuses. So all these, as mentioned, are located in the capital region. We have 4 main campuses dedicated to each degree program and degree studies. So our brand new campus is Myllypuro campus. Here on the right-hand side, it's dedicated to a healthcare and social services student. Then for culture students, we have Arabia campus, which is located in Helsinki in this very trendy and culturally vibrant neighborhood in Arabia. Technology, ICT, and business students share their time between Myyrmäki and Karamalmi campus. And for instance, Karamalmi campus is a known area since Nokia used to have their headquarters in this region. We have a good student support system. So should you be interested to study abroad, we have over 400 partner university. And since we're linked closely to working life, as mentioned, we have many internship opportunities within our partner network. Also, we offer student well-being services to both our international students and local students, including student well-being advisors, study psychologists, student well-being coaches, university chaplains, and study counselors. Also, students get supported by Finnish student health service system. We have gym facilities on all our campuses. Also, Zoom membership, which is sports membership, costs approximately 60 euros per season. We have a very active student association, METKA, which supports the rights of each and every student here in Metropolia. Also, as a student in Finland, you are entitled to affordable student housing through HOAS student accommodation system. Also, you get good discount on student meals on all our campuses, which cost around 3.2 euros per meal with the student benefit. Also, public transportation is supported by the Finnish government, so transportation tickets minus 45% approximately from the monthly fee. Shall we go to the degree programs, and Aija, if you would continue from here?
Yes, thank you, Eva-Maria. So I will continue. As mentioned, we have 8 different degree programs running on a bachelor level in English and 14 on a master level. So if you study something on a bachelor level, it's possible for you to continue in Metropolia for the masters as well. But as according to the law in Finland, after the bachelor's, you would need to have at least 2 years of working experience before you can apply for the master level studies. So I will take one field at a time and explain to you something about our degree programs. So in the field of technology, there are 2 bachelor degree programs available. Both of these are 4-year study programs, meaning 240 ECDS credits, European Credit Transfer System credits. The first year is very similar in both of these degree programs. Students study basic studies, language studies, learn to study, some maybe Finnish language studies and so on. But from the second year on, the studies will differ from each other. In a Bachelor of Information Technology, students can choose 3 different options of specialization options. They can study game development, programming, or they can study smart IoT systems, or they can study software engineering. From the second year on, they will study these degree programs, and they do a final thesis, which is for 15 credit units, and they do an internship, which is 1 semester. In electronics, students study like embedded systems. They study about sensors. They study about wireless telecommunications and electronics. And when they graduate, they could work like in energy efficient housing systems, or they can design electronic circuit and so on. Both of these degree programs are very popular and very international. We have many students from different countries, and there are options to apply in a national joint application or in a separate application. We will explain about this later on. Students can continue for the master's degree in ICT. They can study industrial management, computing and construction. They can study business informatics or health business management. So there are options to study in English on a master level. Master level studies are 60 credit units because the bachelor is 4 years. So in total, the studies will last for 5 years to do bachelor's and master's degree programs. Usually students can study part-time during the master studies, and they can work beside the studies. But on the bachelor level, it's more like a face-to-face teaching and contact teaching. But many students, they still do work part-time during the summer holidays and weekends and so on. So let's take the next one. In the business studies, we have 2 different degree programs in English: European Business Administration and International Business and Logistics. Both of these degree programs are 3.5-year degree programs, meaning 210 ECDS credits. Both of these degree programs focus on global business life, but in European Business Administration, students do a double degree. So it means that the third year they would spend somewhere in a partner institution. It can be in Germany, it can be in Australia, or it can be France. And depending on the specialization options, the students will choose which country they would like to study this one 1 year abroad. They can focus on finance, they can focus on marketing or the management. Of course, they do this final thesis, 15 credit units, and then they do an internship, which is 1 semester from their studies. International Business and Logistics, a 3.5 year degree program, focuses as well on global business, but it has got an option as well for the supply chain management and international trade. It means that the students can choose option, finance, human resources, or strategic management. And if they wanted to continue later on for the master's degree program, there are options available either on campus or off campus. Business informatics takes place in Myyrmäki campus, but health business management procurement can be studied from the home country online. Master's degree are 90 credit units, meaning about 1.5 years to 2 years, 2.5 2 years study time on a master level. Again, this could be done part-time study. Okay, and then we can take the healthcare and social services. We have a nursing program and we have a social services degree program in English. Both of these are 3.5 year degree programs, 210 ECS credits. You can study these degree programs without the prior knowledge of Finnish language if you choose nursing aimed at immigrants or social services. If you take the regular Bachelor of Healthcare Nursing, then you would need to speak Finnish on a level of B1. This nursing starts always in September, but nursing aimed at immigrant always starts in the beginning of January. Bachelor of Social Services starts always on September, so it's possible to apply for that already in the beginning of January 2023. Both of these degree programs provide the student with the skills in Finnish language, so when the students graduate, they can get a license to work in Finland as social workers or nurses or kindergarten teachers as an option in social services. Students can continue as well for the master's degree programs in these fields. They can study nursing, development and leadership in nursing, or creativity and arts in social and healthcare fields, or they can study online like health business management. Those who have completed healthcare diagnostics like radiography degree program or biomedical degree program can continue for the master's in healthcare diagnostics, which is about 90 credit study unit, and you become a master in healthcare. Osteopathy degree program is an online study on a master level studies. So there are options for the students to choose from again on this field as well. We have some TopUp degree programs. Students who have completed the physiotherapy or biomedical laboratory sciences in their home country. 3.5 years degree program, meaning 210 ECTS credit, can continue for the top-up degree programs on these fields, and the previous studies will be recognized as part of their studies towards the Metropolia degree, and they study maybe around 1.5 years, and then they will get a license to work in Finland if they speak Finnish on a required level. We do provide Finnish language courses for the students in all these fields that I mentioned before: technology, business, cultural studies, or healthcare and social services. Each semester there would be some credits about the language, so the students will learn how to speak Finnish during the studies, and this is something we recommend the students to do as well. And in the field of cultural studies, there is one master's degree, Master of Culture and Arts, Creativity and Arts in Social and Healthcare fields. And you could see the tuition fees mentioned, they vary from 10,000 to 13,000 on top of degree programs. Generally, bachelor degrees are 10,000 and a master's degree are 11,000 euros, and some of them are 12,000 euros annually, as you have seen on the previous slides. Students can apply in our national joint application, which is open in January from the 4th till the 18th of January. This is open for every institution, higher education institution in Finland. In addition to that, we have a separate application which starts on the 1st of January, and depending on the degree program, the end date might be in January, it could be in March, or it could be in end of May. So the students would always need to check from our website when is the deadline for this separate application. And the separate application is for international degree programs, and it's only targeted for those ones who have completed a foreign education that qualifies for the higher education in the country concerned. In separate application, there might be entrance exam. It could be based on SAT scores, or it can be based on top-up degree programs or pathway studies, or a special articulation agreement. So you would need to always check from our website what are the entry requirements for these separate applications. If you are interested, I would recommend you to apply in both on a national joint application and as well in a separate application to multiply your chances in getting in and getting a study place at Metropolia. Our scholarship system is based on the Finnish language skills, and there is a test called the YKI test, National Certificate of Language Proficiency. So there are 3 levels in that language proficiency: basic, intermediate, and advanced level. And students, if they do this language test, for each level, they would get 3,000 euros as a scholarship for their studies. And during the studies, students can receive the scholarship maximum of 3 times. So once in a year, maximum 3 times, and each is 3,000 euros. To study on a basic level, it's not so difficult, but of course, if you wanted to continue for the intermediate level, then it requires you a little bit of extra work and independent study as well, and language uses in everyday life to pass this exam. And advanced level requires already kind of a professional language skills to pass that level. We provide students as well early bird discounts. Those students who are accepted, and if they register as present student within 7 days of the announcement of the student selection, they are entitled to early bird discount, which is 1,500 euros. And this early bird discount can be deducted from the first semester tuition fee. Our tuition fees are paid once per semester. So, for instance, if in information technology the tuition fee is 10,000 euros, for autumn semester it will be 5,000, and spring semester 5,000. And if student is entitled for the early bird discount for the autumn semester, they pay only 5,000 minus 1,500, meaning 3,500 euros as a tuition fee. But of course, for the second semester, then it would be full 5,000 euros. So I would encourage students to choose very quickly to take the Metropolia State study destination if they are accepted to get this early bird discount, because 1,500 is quite a lot of money as such. And here you can see our photos, our contact information, and our names. So we will warmly welcome students to apply to study at Metropolia. We are really welcoming you to apply and apply in both national and as well in a separate application if possible. And in a separate application, first come, first served. So as quick as you are, then the better it is for you to get a study place in Metropolia, in a capital city, Helsinki, a very vibrant city, and very good possibilities to get a job and settle in and integrate into the society, in a Finnish society. Okay, thank you. So I think that was all of our presentation at the moment. So if there are any...
That's great, Aija. It was really Aija and Eva-Maria. It's a really great presentation. Got to know lots of things. But even of course we will go for the students' questions. But at the same time, even I do have few of the questions, because I know sooner or later even these are the questions. I mean, we'll be hearing from the students, and our students will be will like to hear these things from you. How about so if I talk about there will be two kind of things. Like one, they can go for joint application, and one go for separate application. So for joint application, will there be any IELTS requirement?
We don't use any language requirements. So the language that are tested in an entrance exam or in the interview. So we don't use TOEFL or IELTS or anything. No need for this kind of
All right,
exams.
and
No.
okay, and how will it be for joint application? I mean, for joint application, will there be any requirements, any such requirements?
There are no special requirements, so you need to fulfill the electronic application format in studyinfo.fi, and then the student is invited for the entrance exam or for the interview. The master level, might be pre-assignments the students need to upload in the electronic system during the application phase. But on a bachelor level, usually there is kind of an entrance exam, or if the student is applying with SAT test, then it could be enough to provide the SAT result. Or if the student is applying with the pathway studies, then of course this should be done before the students apply.
So my question is that, like, someone like a if for I mean, separate application. If someone doesn't have like a SAT score, can they apply? I mean, can they apply without? I mean, even if they do not have any pathway course and so on. So
Yes.
can they apply?
Yes, it depends on the degree program. In information technology and electronics, there are different ways to apply in a separate application. It could be based on SAT test, it could be based on pathway studies, or it could be based on the entrance exam. In international business and logistics and European business administration, there are two options, SAT and pathway studies. In nursing, as we have these top-up degree programs, and it's based on the previous prior diploma or advanced diploma, and there would be an interview. And
Okay,
on
so
a master level studies, usually there is a pre-assignment.
okay, so for masters, basically there will IELTS will not be required. I mean, there is no English requirement, but there will be some pre-assignment, and based on the
Yes.
pre-assignment, students might get selected. Am I right?
Yes. On a
Okay.
master level, usually in information technology and industrial management, for instance, they would require a pre-assignment. It could be like a motivation letter, CV, a project proposal, something like that. In business informatics, they could be, in addition to the previous ones, they could be an interview.
Okay, so
you
usually
only
it is.
take the selection criteria from studyinfo.fi because it
Yes.
varies according to the degree program.
So it will be something like maybe CP and motivation letter. This kind of things should be added, right?
Similar like that, yes, and maybe a
And
project proposal, how to do the master's thesis, what kind of project they would like to do during their final thesis for their master. But would need to check again this.
no, understand.
But something like that.
And of course, as you mentioned, like it might vary from program to program. For each programs, it might vary.
Yes,
But average is like that. So so the thing is that the student doesn't need any IELTS, but still they can apply. But they must have to fulfill other requirements. And on the other hand, so far I understand students must have to have 2 years work experiences for master's program. Am I right?
Yes, the students would need to, like if they have done a bachelor's degree in another country, they would need to have at least 2 years of working experience, relevant working experience before the end of July. Even though the student is still working during the spring semester, but getting the required months, then we will calculate it in total until the end of July, this 2 years working experience.
So 2 years work experiences. All right. No, that's a really good thing anyway. So, and also for you have a nursing top-up degrees. For nursing top-up degrees, what kind of students are you looking for?
For the nursing, there are certain requirements to apply for the top-up. It's limited to 3, in fact 4 countries at the moment. Nursing, if the students have done nursing in Sri Lanka, if they have done nursing in India, or if they have done nursing in Lebanon or in the Philippines, then they could apply for the nursing top-up. We have limited it to the certain countries.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. How about Nepal? Actually, I do have good contacts in Nepal as well. I mean, just asking
Nepal
there.
for the nursing is not possible unless the
Okay.
Nepali students have done it in Sri Lanka or India.
Okay. So, and in Sri Lanka and Nepal, even in even in India, I'm telling you, sir, like lots of students, they do like a like GNM, like they do diploma. They do a nursing diploma for 3 years and so on. So, will
Yes.
they be eligible to apply for this particular program?
Yes, if there are the requirements are that if they have done diploma or advanced diploma or if they have done bachelor's degree. And we know that the diplomas are usually after 12 years of basic training, it's 3 years
Yes.
that they are
Yes.
registered and they
Yes.
get a license in India. So it means that they are allowed to apply for if they fulfill the entry requirements.
All right.
They can apply.
So with that, and as I said, okay, so IELTS will not English. There is no English requirement, and for them, even for top up, do they need work experiences?
In nursing, physiotherapy, and biomedical laboratory, we don't require any working experience, but they would need to have the license to work as registered nurses, as physiotherapists, or for the biomedical. They would need to have the license from the country. The degree, diploma, advanced diploma, or bachelor's degree plus the license.
Okay, so even to study this program, they must have to have license. I think definitely, as so far I know, even like students, I mean, as they are already nurses over there, I believe they should have their license, and it
Yeah,
shouldn't be
yeah,
the
of
big deal.
course. I
Yeah,
suppose everybody, when they graduate,
yeah,
they ask for the license from the
yeah, exactly. In their
Education
home country.
Council or Board of Nursing.
Yes. So, and this actually, I think like we do have lots of students who will be really interested for this program also,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
we do have a good markets in especially in India as well.
Okay.
So the thing is that what I'm trying to understand. So after this, they can, and so this program will be for 1 year top up program. Am I right?
Well, it will be maybe in nursing, it probably will be at least the minimum 1.5 years to 2 years.
Okay. Okay. And
Those
then
who have
this.
done those who have done like a diploma, usually they study for 2 years, and those ones who have done a bachelor's degree, they probably study 1.5 years because it
Okay,
varies.
so it is not same for everyone. It will also depend on the,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
their previous studies. How long will they
yeah.
do?
Recognition of prior learning because that curriculum needs to be checked how it looks like in compared to the Finnish
I
curriculum if they
understand.
have put
I
all the
understand.
different pediatrics, geriatrics, community nursing, surgical nursing, and so on. So it depends from the curriculum of that country.
Understand. I think that will be really nice. Okay, and so and they will be selected based on what? These students
The
they
top
will be
up
based
is
on,
the interview.
yeah. So
The
just
degree
interview.
program will interview all the applicants who qualify, who have done this, who have these certificates of diploma, advanced diploma from these countries that I mentioned.
Okay, so then university will arrange the interview with them, and then they will select it like that.
Yes, yes, because during this interview, the motivation is checked, of course,
No,
and
of course, I
and
understand.
as well the language skills, and of
And
course
knowledge, and their
the
knowledge
knowledge,
will be
of course,
checked.
how
Knowledge.
well they understand about the nursing in Finland, for instance.
And for these programs also, it is possible to apply in a joint and also in rolling admission.
These top-ups are only open in a separate application,
Okay, only in separate application. So
only in
that means we
separate.
will have
Yeah.
a bit longer time actually to recruit for.
Yes, and it's usually it's in January for all these top-ups. The application period is in January. It
Yeah.
will end. It might be 3 weeks or 1 month, and then they will be in. The documents will be checked, and then they would be invited for the interview, and then they would get the results based on the interview.
Okay, so that means like whoever will be applying based on their documents, most of them will get the interview call, I guess, as like
Yes,
you
if
are.
they documents are all right,
Okay,
and
yeah, yeah.
if they have this 12 years of basic training, like primary school, secondary school, high school, and then at least 3 years of registered nurses
No, I
training.
understand. I understand. No, that I think that will be another interesting programs actually like for
Mm,
most of the students. And
yeah.
please tell me about these programs. So after finishing this program, can they go for? I mean, can they get the job in Finland directly, or what will
Yes,
happen?
and depend, of course, during the studies, like this 1.5 years, 2 year studies, there will be Finnish language courses each semester. So it means that it's not possible to work in Finland in the hospital if you don't speak the Finnish language. So the
Yes, understand.
requirement is B1. The target is B1. So we desperately need nurses in Finland, but to qualify the hospitals to recruit students, they would need to speak Finnish on a level of B1. So because all the documentation will be in Finnish language and the doctors speak Finnish and the patients they speak Finnish. So they will get a license and they can get a job if they speak Finnish well enough.
Okay.
So it's very important to
No, no, no,
study.
of course, of course, of course, of course. I know, like this is the Scandinavian things. I mean, everywhere,
Yeah,
like if they want to work, I mean, especially in this sector, like in health sector,
yes,
they must have
yes,
to learn local language. No,
yes,
that
that
is
is
what I
right.
know, no
Yes.
problem. But another question is that will they get internship facilities?
Yes, we of course. You talk now about nursing or healthcare or which degree program?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this like nursing, physiotherapy,
Yeah,
this kind of programs.
yes, in technology they need to do an internship, which is 1 semester. In business studies, they do an internship, which is 1 semester, usually 30 credit units. And in healthcare and social services, they need to fulfill the EU criteria. It means that they, depending from the previous practice, some studies will be recognized as prior learning, but of course they do an internship. They do some studies in the community. They could do some studies in elderly care and in the acute hospitals. They need to fulfill the EU criteria. There are 7 different areas where the student needs to have the practice. And those what are missing, they would need to do in Finland.
All right. All right, that's really good thing. All right, we got few questions here, so let answer these things, and then we'll come back for the
Okay.
queries again. Uh, Mr. Johadur Rohim, he has asked, like, is there any scholarship available in the university? So I know you
Yes.
discussed about it. Just tell them one more time, please.
Yes, it was based on the Finnish language skills, 3,000 euros, based on the Finnish language skill basic level, intermediate, and advanced level. So each level entitles to the scholarship of 3,000 euros. And then there was this early bird discount for those who register within 7 days after being selected to Metropolia from the first semester's tuition fee.
All right, that's good. And also another question is, if someone doesn't have Finnish language requirements, can they still be considered for scholarships?
If they don't pass the language test, no, they don't get. So they have to study Finnish language, and we provide the language courses, of course, as Metropolia.
All right.
Each degree program offers students a possibility to study Finnish language.
Another question: is there any postgraduate diploma program like MPhil for health science? Postgraduate diploma programs for health science
We don't have postgraduate diplomas, but we have master's
in
degrees.
health science. In health
In
science.
health sciences, there were a few options I showed. There is the management and leadership in nursing for nurses. Then there was health business management, and there was this creativity and arts in healthcare and social services. 3 different for nurses. Somebody who is registered nurse, there are 3 options to continue for the masters, but it's not called postgraduate diploma. It's a master's degree after bachelor's degree.
Yes. Um, so that we got a few more questions here. 2 years while studying bachelor is counted. So regarding the work experiences, someone asked, like, 2 years work experiences while studying bachelor, will it be counted or not?
Uh, it has to be after the bachelor's degree program. After the student graduates and works for
Yes,
2 years, then they can apply for the master's.
after graduation, yes.
Yeah, after
And
graduation. Yes.
usually, like, so far I know, like, it will be counted till 2023, I think June, till June, right?
Yes, July, I
Till
think, the end of
June
July.
or July, yeah, June or
Yeah.
July. So
Because the
it
studies
means,
before the studies start in August.
Exactly. So that means actually when right now students is thinking to apply for the for their applications, even though they have 1.5 year continuous,
Mm.
work
Mm.
experiences, still they can count it actually. So
Yes,
that's a
because
good thing.
if they can reach the maximum of 2 years
Yeah,
before they start
by
the
June
study.
and July. Yeah, exactly. So
Yes.
that is really good thing.
Mm.
We have
Yes.
another question here, like of course we discussed about it, but still student maybe they joined us later on, so
Yes.
they're asking which language test is required. So if you could just
We
tell them one
don't.
more time.
Yes. Yes. We don't use this TOEFL or IELTS as a language test. Some countries do, but in Finland, Metropolia, we don't use because the English language skills are tested during the interview or during the entrance exam or with
Yes.
SAT, for instance.
Also there is a question, is there any postgraduate program for urban planning?
Urban planning.
Urban planning.
As an urban planning, is it a field of technology? We have the, we don't have
Yeah.
like a urban planning. We have this not exactly like environmental planning, but we
Yes.
have the
Yeah.
engineering degree programs, and construction could be focused on the urban planning as such.
Yes. So all right then. So that was the question so far from the student side. So dear students, like those you have joined with us, I would like to let you know that like today we are having session about study in Finland, and I do have a special guest with me is Miss Aya from Metropolia University of Applied Sciences. So please, we'll be carry on with our session for a few more minutes. So if you have any more questions, please feel free to ask, and our guest will be happy to answer your questions. Please ask your questions if you have it. So Aya, by this time, I'm just asking one more thing. As you said, like a requirement is like a, Aya, can you hear me, right? Aya, can you hear me? Aya? All right, I think like our guest Miss Aya, she has just lost the connection. I'll be just waiting 1 or 2 more minutes, for her. I think yes, she's here.
Yeah. Sorry, I
No, no, no,
mentioned
no
the
problem.
internet connection
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
no
so
problem.
good today.
No problem. Thanks God you have come back. So
Yeah.
I have a questions, like as you said before, like there is criteria, either they must have to pass ACT or they
Mm.
have something else. What else you said? Like they
Uh,
have to.
in a separate application, there are options like SAT, or if they have done this EduNation pathway studies. EduNation is one of
Okay.
our partners, and if they have done the EduNation pathway studies, then they could apply, or they can apply with the entrance exam, or in a master level, there could be this kind of pre-assignment, as mentioned before.
Yes. Yes. So it could be both for. So and separate application will be open for both. For bachelor and masters. Am I right?
Yes, it is open for both. Yes.
Okay, that's good. So so dear students, like if you haven't done your if you haven't started your process yet for the applications, what I will say, see, joint application will be started from 4th to 18th of January, and then we'll have another application round will be starting from 1st of January. Separate application will be started from 1st of January. So please apply as soon as possible and get ready your documents and apply as soon as possible. So it will be really good for you. Like see, the application will be started soon, as I said it early. So it will be really good for you if you get ready your documents. If you plan from now on, actually, like which universities and which programs in general you are going to study, so make a plan. So it will help you, like, because the application period will be open just for few days, few weeks. So that time you might not get the time to um, arrange all of your documents and so on. So you must have to start homework from now on. And also, if you don't know how to do it, please feel free to contact with JERC International Education Consultants. We're here for you. On the screen, you do have our email address, you do have our contact details. Please feel free to contact with us, and then we'll help you.
Yes.
And then still, if you have any more questions, actually, you can ask our guest. She'll be happy to answer the questions. Aija, as you are here, I would like to ask you a few questions. Like regarding the entrance exam, I mean, will it be same like the way it happened last year, central one?
The University of Applied Sciences entrance exam will be
Yes. Yeah.
it's a common exam for all the universities of applied sciences who belong to this network. So
Yes.
I suppose
it will be almost similar one.
I suppose similar way. I don't know the details about it, but I suppose
No
it will be
problem.
very
Yeah, we
similar.
have a time for that. We are always looking forward for their website, but most of the things it is not
Yeah.
updated it over there
Yeah.
because
Yes,
I think
it probably will be updated before the 4th of January.
exactly it's about 2 months. 2 months. Still, we do have 2 months actually for
Yeah.
that. So we have another questions here. One said, I want to apply for master's program in industrial management as a joint application, which is 1 year courses. So can he apply for it?
Well, without knowing anything else about the students.
No. But I mean, in general, I mean, of course, I'm not saying about him, but I mean, if you have that program, just tell him, yeah.
We have that program available. It's both in a national joint application as well in a separate application. So
Yes.
possible to apply if you have a 4-year engineering degree program and 2 years of working experience.
So the thing is, in general, like I think like most of the programs will be open for joint application and also for separate application.
Yes, everything will be open in a joint application. Only top-ups are in a separate application, and almost all the degree programs are open in a separate application.
Yes. And for
Almost.
separate application, how long will it be open for?
In healthcare, top-ups are open 2 to 3 to 4 weeks in January. In business informatics is open until the middle of March, and some degree programs are open until the end of May.
But will it be like a first come first serve? Like
yes. So the quicker you apply on the 1st of January, the better it is for you if you apply in a separate application. We don't take the best ones, but we take the students in that order when they pass the exams and are accepted.
Understand. So dear students, so please, as Aija said, I mean, so it will be really good for you if you apply as soon as possible, so that like you'll have more chances. See, even though you are highly qualified, but the thing is, if you applied end of the I mean application time, that time by that time maybe
maybe
the
all
students
the are taking already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Maybe there is no seat will be available.
Yes.
So if seats are full, then even though you are highly qualified, you won't be selected. So in that case, the suggestion will be apply as soon as possible. I have another questions to you. I mean, see, the questions actually I'm asking most of the cases. I know like students will ask me this question now or later on, and even this video will be recorded, and then they can actually watch this session and then they can understand. So another thing I'm asking you, can they apply both application at the same time, like in joint and in separate?
Yes, I recommend them to apply in both.
At the same time?
Yes, in the same January, yes. They can apply for the separate application on the 1st of January when the application period opens, and then they can apply in the national joint application when it opens on the 4th. In a national joint application, the students can fill in 6 different options, but in a separate application, there is only one option that they need to choose from.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that, see, they have to be more specific, like what they want to study. That is also a good thing. They cannot just choose here and there.
And the separate application is only for Metropolia degree programs.
Yes. So
but
they are not.
Application is for all the institutions.
Yes. So they are competing with more students actually in joint application.
Yes, that's right.
There is another question, like, does master's program require entrance exam?
It depends on the master's degree program. As mentioned, there could be a pre-assignment. Electronics, and I mean information technology and industrial management, they usually use these pre-assignments. In business informatics, usually they have a pre-assignment and an interview, and some other degree programs might have an entrance exam. So you would need to check from the website. If you go to www.metropolia.fi and from the right corner take the English degree programs, then go to academics and then go to that degree program. On the right hand side you can get a link to this application form in studyinfo.fi.
All right, and then there is a question. Like my question is, am I eligible to get residence permit as from of course category? I really don't depend on VFS. I really don't. Am I eligible to get a residence as a from of course category?
Residence permit as a student, of course, if you are applying and you get a study place, you can apply a residence permit based as a student.
Yes.
And then the immigration office will they check your eligibility.
Yes. Eligibility. Yes.
Then they check your study certificate, and then they check your financial situation if you
Yes.
are if you have enough money to come to Finland, and you would need to have paid your tuition fees before that.
Yes. That's good. That was the question. Actually, like I know, Aya, you are also busy and you have some other meetings to join. So I don't want to hold you for a long time. So, dear audiences and everyone, so it was really nice for us. I mean, to have you all here, and I would like to thank you, Aya, to join us here today. I know you are very busy, but still you joined us, and I mean, you have noticed that like good number of students have joined with us and they have asked different questions. I mean, of course, even if you stay for a long time they will ask even more questions, but I don't want to hold you for a long time. So before we end up the session, actually, if you have any final comments to all the students, please go ahead.
Yes, so please do apply to Metropolia. Metropolia is a very nice institution with very high quality, high tech, modern campuses, 4 main campuses. Very easy to travel around in Helsinki area, easy to find a working place during the study time. Everything is very efficient, very punctual. We have a good little standard of living and very international atmosphere. So please do apply and get accepted, and please come and stay with us as well after your graduation.
Yes. So one more time, I would like to say thanks to Aya, and thanks to all the audiences for joining us, and thanks Aya for joining us here today. And I would like to tell you all the students, please apply on time, make the application as soon as possible, and also for the entrance exam, actually we are preparing. Actually, like we are having entrance exam preparation course from JRK International Education Consultants. So we are providing entrance exam preparation course to all of our students who is going to apply for Finland. So and also, if you really want to apply and if you have any more queries, please feel free to contact us and we'll help you. On the screen we do have our contact details. Please contact us. Before we move, we have just one more questions here, and this is the last question I would like to take. I have a study gap almost 8 years. Will it affect
No,
applying?
no, it's not. It doesn't matter if you have a study gap. If you have done the bachelor's and you want to continue for master's, you can have 40 years gap if you want it
Exactly.
to. So we are very flexible in Finland in that. But I think I need to go now.
Exactly. So thanks, Aya, and thanks everyone for joining with us. And dear students, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact with us. On the screen, you do have our contact details. Please feel free to contact with us. And thanks, Aya, for joining us here today. Take care. Have a good day. We'll talk later on. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.